Did you guys know that Paisley Nelson had a twin sister?
We went into the ultrasound and apparent that one of the little bodies their heart has stopped beating.
Did Paisley Nelson have a twin sister? Birth story. Paisley was originally a twin, but the other baby was miscarried. This makes Paisley a sunrise baby. It is believed by her family that her younger sister Paisley is the reincarnated twin. If anyone's confused, Paisley had a twin that her mom miscarried, and Paisley looks a lot like Paisley, so it's kind of like a reincarnation. Did you guys know that Paisley was a twin, or were you as confused as I was? Because when I saw this TikTok, I was so lost. But now it makes so much sense.
And I've always wanted to have a twin, so we're gonna make one of my friends my twin.
I'm literally your twin. What are you talking about?
I have seen some comments saying that Paisley and Paisley are actually twins, and just to clear it up, no, they are not twins. I think Paisley was born like 2 years later, but they do call Paisley the reincarnated twin. Have you guys watched Journey Q&A video? Go watch it if you have it. Something about her just seems so genuine and pure, and she's definitely my favorite Nen. And for those of you who don't know, Journey actually has her own YouTube channel. That's where she posted her Q&A, so go subscribe. So during the Q&A video, she is asked why does Cass like to say that she is older than Journey. She dives in deeper into that question and gives a reply. I was somewhat shocked to hear her answer. She says that she is totally fine with Cass saying that she is older because she always felt like Cass was older than her and always seen Cass as an older sister, even though I think Journey's like a year older or so. And if you guys are completely lost and don't know what I'm talking about, basically for a very long time, Cass would always say that she is like the second oldest, even though that's not true. And it's been like an ongoing thing on the internet between Cass, Bridger, and some of her other siblings.
Why does Cass call herself the second oldest? The reason is...
So there's a huge rumor going around that this is the house Not Enough Nelsons purchased in Hawaii. So it was posted by a TikToker. This is Not Enough Nelson's new house in Maui. If this is true, this is insane. This house has 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and it cost them nearly $8 million. As you guys may probably already know, Benji and Tiffany actually built their castle home, and it cost them roughly $6 million to build. Let's take a look on the inside of their new home in Maui. They've got this massive pool with this beautiful view in the background, and the inside of the house looks spectacular. Everything just looks so bougie, but that's to be expected because Not Enough Nelsons purchased this home. So this home only has 6 bedrooms, and they have 9 kids still living with them, and I've read some concerns about whether or not all the kids will be able to fit in this house, and I think they're gonna fit perfectly fine. 9 kids including Benji and Tiffany, 6 bedrooms for 11 people seems fitting. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's been confirmed that they actually purchased this home or if it's just speculation, but what do y'all think? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Did Bridger and Jane attend Cassidy's gender reveal? So it has been rumored online that Bridger and Jane did not attend Cassidy's gender reveal. Jane did decide not to be in any of the videos or on social media. This was said in a video posted on Not Enough Nelson's channel. It was her decision to stay off of social media and just keep her life private. So maybe she did attend Cassie's gender reveal party. Maybe she just decided not to be on camera and just stayed behind scenes. And as for Bridger, well, that's a whole other story. So it has been rumored that Bridger has been excluded from the family because back in 2019, he did receive a DUI. Also, it was rumored that he was smoking pot. He was even arrested. And as you guys may know, Not Enough Nelsons, they are Mormon. And usually smoking, drinking, getting arrested is strongly against their religion. Now it's rumored that Bridger has actually been excluded from the family because of these reasons, and that's why he probably wasn't at Cassidy's gender reveal party. It's also rumored that Bridger eventually went to rehab for his addiction and ended up living with his uncle. But what do y'all think about this? Do you think Bridger or Jane attended Cassidy's gender reveal party? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, in other Nelson news, it's been rumored that Paisley started her own YouTube channel. Not sure if this is true or not. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. but here is her channel. Let me know if it's real. Navy's adoption story video. You would know that Navy actually has a half biological sister from her mom's side. Tiffany mentions this in the video. Now fans want to know, why didn't Tiffany adopt V's sister? This person on TikTok actually responded to the comments. They're claiming to be their grandparents. Now I'm not sure if they are, but they said Navy's little sister is with her biological dad and stepmom. She is very happy. This is their Grammy. A fan asked, how come Navy didn't go with her sis, dad, and stepmom then? Because neither are her parents. Her younger sister's dad is not her dad. Both Navy's biological dad and mom are out of the picture. That's sad to hear that she's not in contact with her biological mom, because in their adoption story, she pretty much grew up with her biological mom until she was probably like 7 or 8. But I do know her mom had a few addictions, so maybe it was better for Navy. I tell you, I am flabbergasted when I tell you I am disturbed by Navy's choice of words. Guys, I cannot believe this is Navy singing along to this disturbing song. So this bestie sent me this video on Instagram, and it's a video of Navy on her friend's Snap story singing along to a very, very disturbing song that I am going to have to mute some of the words because it's that inappropriate. Guys, check it out for yourself.
A little homosexual day. Good morning, you are gay. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful sleigh. My friend is a guy, he has on his face, and he's trying to get a little homosexual day.
I kid you not, I watched this video over and over again because I was just hoping and praying that someone just switched the audio and this isn't the original audio, but I think it is because their lips sync so well with the song. But I cannot believe Navy. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Y'all been wondering where Cass got the name Suede from? Well, I got this interesting email. I'm going to keep the person who sent me this email's name private because I don't know if they wanted me to share that info, but they sent me this interesting screenshot of a bag with the name Suede Estelle. Now, there's no way this is a huge coincidence that this name brand bag is called Suede Estelle, and that just so happens to be Cassidy's baby's name. It has Cassidy's baby's first and middle name. So now I'm left wondering if Cassidy got inspiration from this designer bag and named her baby Suede Estelle. I mean, this name coming from a designer bag seems more up Cassidy's alley rather than suede being a name of a fabric, which is what some people were mocking the name because it's literally a name of a fabric. But now that it's coming from a designer bag, it makes more sense. Yikes. Looks like Sadie and her friend Jackson had a huge falling out. Jackson has been posting on his TikTok account a whole lot about Sadie recently, and it does not look good. Joke's over. Please teleport me back to freshman year when I had a group of people I could call my friends, not knowing 2 years later we would never talk again. Someone asked him, why haven't you been hanging out with Sadie? He said, not friends anymore. He goes into details in this comment saying, she called me a liar, a clout chaser, selfish, self-absorbed. She wishes when I move I don't find any friends, and she wishes I rot in HELL. I hope this shows you who she really is. Oh my goodness, of course we can't speculate and say this is what Sadie actually said, but it's insane if this is what she told him. That's so brutal. On the bright side, in this comment, someone asked him if he's still friends with Navy, and he says yes. Obviously, there's two sides to every story. Now, Sadie did not share her perspective on why they fell out, but this is such a bizarre thing because they were like so close. So what do y'all think happened? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. So we have a new update about the Navy and her bio sister Serenity situation. So Navy's sister Serenity spoke up about the situation as well as her brother. If you guys don't know what's been going on, and to keep you guys updated, basically Navy Nelson has a bio sister Serenity. They were unfortunately separated when Navy was adopted by Not Enough Nelsons, and Serenity went to her biological father. Yes, the girls do have different dads, but share the same mother. Long story short, Serenity ran into Navy 4 years ago at a cheer comp, and Navy wasn't so kind to her. A few years later, Serenity is reaching out, sharing her story on her platform with the help of her stepbrother and stepmom. When Serenity decided to speak up about her story, which she has every right to share her side of the story, she did not receive the feedback she was expecting, and unfortunately, her account on TikTok was removed.
I wanted to come on here and like explain things right now. My account keeps getting banned that my mom has full consent on, that she put on her phone so that I wouldn't get banned, but someone keeps reporting me. I don't know who, but like, I'm probably not gonna have an account, and I'm just gonna use my family account or whatever. But also, for the whole thing, for me having to say sorry to Navy, y'all don't understand. I don't have to say sorry for anything. We all went through the same things as kids. Our mom was literally, and we went through the same stuff. That doesn't make any difference. Just because I'm a whole other person does not make any other difference. Like, we're the same blood. And y'all just like need to chill a bit. Like, in a respectful way, because y'all keep bothering me with the same questions. So, just to clear that up, like...
So that was Navy's bio sister, Serenity, speaking. Now, Serenity's stepbrother did reach out to me, and I did ask him for permission to share his video with you guys on my platform. The links to his TikTok will be in the description down below.
I'm making this video to speak my opinion on the whole Nenfam situation with my stepsister, Serenity, and about her half-sister, Navy. Before you watch this video, just know I'm very opinionated and I'm very blunt, so if you don't want to listen to any of the words that are about to come out of my mouth, I would recommend you swipe up on the video. Otherwise, I'm going to get a little deep into it. So, to speak on that situation and what happened to Serenity over at that cheer place, I'm just going to say this foremost and off top. The mother, Tiffany, has definitely gone wrong. I can understand, you know, getting out the mud, being dirt broke, you know, turning around to doing a daycare. Now you own businesses. Now you're successful. Now you're YouTube famous. Okay, cool. I get it. Personally, me being Serenity's stepbrother, none of that has to do with her and Navy's relationship. I feel at the end of the day, being the mother, you should have been more engaged in having those two little girls being together, not maybe, you know, saying it as, you know, maybe hanging out more contact, because at the end of the day, they're sisters. That's the only blood they got, and they're the only ones that are there for each other whenever their crackhead mama wanted to do crackhead things. So with that being said, before those kids, all of them getting famous, by the way, or are already famous, hit a brick wall, because that's what happens when you're famous and you take that and you let it go to your head. I honestly want to say that really need to get more involved with your kids' lives and really need to take a step back and look at everything and before you even let the fame get your own head, because it's just not one of those things you want to be preaching about and then do the backwards when the camera's not on. And that's really what the kids are doing. They're preaching one thing, even maybe you guys are preaching one thing on your channels, and the next thing you know, they're acting way different in person with people when the cameras aren't on them. And to me, that's just not good parenting or good guidance. So not trying to really bash on you, but I guess I am bashing on you because I just don't respect it. And I'm just going to be totally honest. I really don't care how many people watch this video. I'm just really speaking my opinion on this, that you really need to get involved with your kids' lives and making sure they're practicing what they preach. Because if they're preaching one thing on a video and then not doing it in person, it's definitely hypocritical. And I just want to say this too for the end of the video, that I hope that you Nenfam kids and parents and whoever ends up watching this ends up maybe taking the time to reflect on your life and reflect on yourselves and maybe reflect on this whole Serenity situation, to where that little girl is really just trying to reach out and just have a connection with their sister. And I know you guys are moving to Hawaii or whatever, you know, all power to you. Happy you guys got where you are. But at the end of the day, just want to practice what you preach. And you just want to be straight up with people and straightforward. And I'm being straightforward with you and any of the fans. If you're going to act some funny type of way behind the camera, might want to find a new group to follow, because that's not the right kind of influence that you want to seek.
There's like an explanation on like what happened like in the years or whatever without Navy. But like technically, when we were little, I used to go to the Nelson's house a lot because they had a daycare, and my stepmom and my dad took me there because they had to work. And then they would take me to school, and in one of their videos, I was already in there. It was in like 2018, something like that. But then I left after a while because I went to a different school, and then just stopped talking after that. And then me and me just stopped talking after that. And then they went to my parents' wedding and stuff like that. There's like literally photos to show. But anyways, and then soon coming up, we started to like watch their videos, and they just look really different from when I used to go over there. It's like they changed a lot. Anyways, after my mom was gonna sign me up for a cheer because I don't really know why. But we went to the cheer place, and when we walked in, we did know that they did do cheer there. That wasn't the reason we were gonna go to cheer there, but we did know they did do cheer at that place, and we didn't know that was the exact day they had cheer. So when we went in, Navy looked at me, and she laughed and ran away, and went to Luke and Paisley, and they were like talking and staring, and that's kind of rude. So my mom got mad, and I was like confused because I know she recognized me, and so that kind of made me mad. But like at the same time, it doesn't really matter. But they're just really rude now, I guess.